Welcome everybody to another episode of the Good Game Pods. I'm your host Sam. Rainima joining me today and having their pods debut is David Oxley and Kelefi. In today's episode, we're finally closing the book on the Zac Lomax drama. As he announced this week that he's signing 2 years with the Western Force. That is if he doesn't renew his contract anyway. We'll also be going through round one review. Sprinkled with some SuperCoach chat, as well as the fact that we're about on the verge of witnessing history as Alex Johnston is about to break the all-time try-scoring record. Let's kick this thing off. Well, awesome. Joining me today is David Oxley and Kelefi Hipoi. And thanks for coming on the pods today, guys. And they'll be regular guests.
How's it going?
How's it going? It's going good. Thank you. Thank you so much for having us. Appreciate it.
You want to tell the audience a little bit about yourselves? You don't have to tell us like what hospital you were born in, like JC last week. But just a few things and how you came about to love the game of rugby league.
Yep. My name's David. Been a POS member. I've only signed up this 2 years ago actually, but I've been attending that church mostly my whole life. I grew up in that church. Played junior footy in the Canterbury Bankstown comp growing up since under 13s till. Played last year as well in the Sydney Shield comp mostly, and go for the Bulldogs, the mighty Bulldogs. Yes.
Oh, nice. I think I'm outnumbered today. I think I'm outnumbered.
What a team.
Yeah, thank you.
My name is Cliff, and I've been attending POS for 2 years now. Always loved the game of footy, and when I started coming to church, so many footy fanatics. So that's the connection that we had there. And ever since, everyone's been a footy fanatic.
Yeah. We're all, you're a doggy supporter too, right?
And I'm a doggy supporter.
Born and bred in the area?
Born and bred in the area.
Junior footy as well, yeah?
Yeah, junior footy as well. So,
what unders?
So I did all my junior footy there. Under 18s, I moved to the Sharks. Then came back to the Bulldogs, and then up until like 3 years ago, I was at the Magpies. So. Like the Magpies comp, so Sydney Shield, Ron Massey at.
Did you actually play?
No.
For the Sharks?
Yeah, I did for SG Ball at the Sharks.
Oh wow.
2018, and then.
How old are you?
25.
Are you Finna's age?
Who's Finna?
Finna Kula?
No, he's a year older than me.
A year older than me. Okay.
So I was there, and he was playing up a year 20s.
Okay.
So
nice.
Yeah.
A shout out to Finna. I know he's a big. He's always giving me great feedback on the podcast, and appreciate him. And hopefully one day I'll be able to get him on as well. But thanks for joining joining the pods today, guys. And like you already said, obviously we connected through church, but again, we all love the game of rugby league, and we love, we're just normal guys that love a bit of banter and love bagging each other when we beat each other on head to heads on SuperCoach. So.
Yep. But when our team wins and beat the others' teams.
Yeah. So, two doggy supporters now. So, looking forward to Good Friday coming up.
Yeah.
Well, as we kick this show off, we're just going to quickly kind of chat about. Hopefully, this is the end of the Zac Lomax saga, announcing this week that he signed with the Western Force for the next 2 years. And to be honest, I'm kind of glad that it's all done and dusted. Hopefully this is the end of this story, unless he reneges on this contract as well. Yeah. What do you guys think about that?
Yeah, signed for 2 years at Western Force. So he's going to be relocated at Perth.
Yeah.
For 2 years, he's actually getting paid. Researched 400 to 450k per year. Yeah,
that's not bad.
No, and potentially getting signed with the Wallabies.
So that's a separate.
Separate,
kind of,
yeah.
That's his deal with the Western Force.
I'm pretty sure that's all contracts.
Okay.
With all rugby union with that rugby union code, especially with ours
Yeah,
as well. When you make New South Wales
Yeah.
or Queensland, you get extra bonus.
Sure.
Um,
Yeah, that's interesting because I like it's funny how it all worked out because I do remember when that R360 first fell through. There was word that he was touring the facility there.
yeah.
I personally thought he was going to sign with the Western Force and then go to the Bears
Oh, okay. Perth Bears.
after 2 years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I thought he was just going to serve out his time
Yeah.
with Western Force, and then the Storm deal came out of nowhere, and because it's fallen through. Now he's back at the Western Force. Yeah, that's what I.
Did you watch his interview when
Yeah.
yeah, just want to be the best rugby player that I can possibly. He said it like at least 10 times. Like I counted it like at least 10 times. I feel like he just didn't want to be there in that interview.
Yeah. Well, he's kind of like he's. I feel like he's taking a bit of a shot at the NRL as well on the way out.
Yeah.
What did you think about it?
I support it, eh?
You
I don't-
support?
I don't mind the move from
Yeah.
to Western Force, or when he wanted to go to Rugby 360. They have that small window to make as much money they want to make, and then when he was given that opportunity, obviously he signed it straight away. So I supported that. People think that club first, but I don't know. I'm sort of player first.
Yeah.
You want to look after your family, and once you have terrible year, that club's gonna kick you out or find a way to get rid of you. So I supported that.
Yeah,
movement.
loyalty goes both ways. You
Yeah.
see a lot of clubs kind of cut contracts short when it suits them, and then when a player tries to do it, then they're kind of ostracized. But like I'm all for him going to R360. I'm not sure I'm a fan of how it all went down with the Storm.
Yeah.
Considering like he knew very well that he couldn't come back to another NRL club.
Yeah, he said it was his dream, but last week he wanted to be at the Storm, so it was a bit of a
Yeah.
and then like he was at the Dragons, then he went to the Eels, and then it's supposed to be the 4 years, and now I was going to R360, and then a lot of dreams coming out of.
Well, when he left the Dragons, I think he had a year left on his contract. But he was only 1 year into a 4-year contract,
Yeah.
And, I shared it last week with JC on the pods about how, a lot of these teams, they kind of plan the 4 years ahead.
Yeah.
And it's funny, like...
Around that player, right?
Yeah, and Lani actually sent me a clip on the Penrith Panthers kind of retention and recruitment strategy.
Yeah.
And they say, like, he was being interviewed in 2024. I think the CEO, the general manager's name eludes me, but he was saying that they had already planned their starting side up until 2028.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So they already had the starting 13 locked in and had a vision. So imagine someone like Lomax,
Right.
the coach is planning, the front office are planning, they're moving players on, and then you turn around after 1 year and be like, I've got to leave, And I was mentioning last week, like, imagine maybe some of the young talent coming through who would have maybe thought that their pathway is blocked. They went to other clubs.
Well, what do you reckon about people that are coming through the union code? You know what I mean? So that's like, and they're automatically, when you see an NRL player come to the union code from rugby league, they're already in the talking of the Wallabies World Cup team or playing for Wallabies. I just feel like going through their juniors, because now you got Swali that went first, and now you got 3 other potential players, which is Crichton, Marky Mark, and now is Zac Lomax, and that's what I wanted to bring up as well.
Yeah, that's a great point.
What do you guys think?
Yeah, especially the way their system is, like they invest a lot in their talent coming through the GPS school system.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not like rugby league where you just walk off the street. Like they start recruiting these kids from a young age, and putting them through the private schools. Yeah, well, like, how would they feel?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And what does that even say about the quality
No,
that these players?
What are
can
they
just walk
breeding?
into
Yeah.
the
True.
Wallaby side.
Well, they are former rugby union players.
Lomax played.
No,
Union?
like the other three you mentioned,
Oh, yeah.
Marky Mark, Crichton,
Yep.
and Sawley.
Sawley.
Yeah, interesting about Lomax though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they all came and then switched codes.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
growing up in their juniors.
Yeah.
Because I don't necessarily agree with the idea that, when they were like, oh, we don't want to lose Zac to the game, he's a superstar.
Do you reckon it affects the game?
Nah, not really. We churn out that many superstars, man.
Yeah,
It's not-
true.
When they were talking about Lomax leaving and how to, all I was thinking is Marcassini.
Oh,
That's all
yeah.
I thought. I was like, doesn't matter. He's already
Right.
going to overtake him.
Just look at going back to SuperCoach, you see so many cheapy players
Yeah.
Yeah.
coming through the system and
Yeah,
like
man.
True.
The Leo at the Storm, you got some of these young gun back rowers at the Storm, but
Right.
yeah. So I've never really felt like the game we've lost. Like Wayne Bennett was interviewed last weekend, and he said he's seen superstars leave the game all the time,
Yeah.
and we still survive.
Yeah.
Like Zac Lomax, a great player as he
great
is.
player.
There's gonna be another and that's the thing about league. We churn them out, which is why Union poach league players, and it's like the names you already mentioned. Crichton, Sorley, Mark, even though he originally was at the Wallabies, and now Zac Lomax, who potentially could crack that side. Like I can't name too many Union players that will just walk into the Kangaroo side.
True.
Mark is probably like the
Exception, yeah.
You know what I mean, and he's freak. But it's kind of interesting. Yeah, that's a great point. Like, how would the juniors, the young
Exactly.
Union players coming through, how would they feel?
Feel, yeah. Because their spot automatically like gets threatened.
Yeah,
Working so hard for how many years, and like, well, Super Rugby's been, they've had 15 teams, now it's down to 11. So it just goes to show that like the stats with how the union code's going.
Yeah,
That competition for a spot now, eh?
they'll be thriving off the publicity having Zac
Yeah.
Lomax.
Yeah,
but it's
They're coming second last,
Yeah.
and the comp goes until May, until finals.
yeah.
So we'll see how that.
Yeah.
What do you think the bigger picture is? Just him getting out of his contract?
Money probably, yeah. Getting paid for the next 2 years probably.
Yeah.
Well, I think he'll end up back in the NRL once.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. You reckon he'll go back to? You reckon he'll
Go back to the Storm.
the R360 talks and stay in that code, or he just
Well,
wants to?
I think if it's off the ground, maybe. Yeah, if it's already off the ground, I wouldn't. I'd have my hesitations being part of the inaugural season.
Yeah.
I'd
Yeah.
rather have see it run for one
Yeah,
season
yeah.
and then come
Right.
in the second year. But yeah, you never. I don't know. There's some reports I've seen in other podcasts like all the effort the Storm went through.
Yeah.
And I didn't even realize. I only found out today about, at least yesterday, about Will Warbrick going to
Yeah.
the Warriors
Yeah.
potentially.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Or and not only that, Nick Meaney leaving. So and then you can understand why Storm pushed so hard because that's their goal kicker as well. So
True.
yeah, a lot happening behind the scenes.
Who was saying that? That's like showing their hand a bit, where they're like, are they desperate for players to come in?
Well, it seemed like that until round one, until they pumped Barra and Jerome's
Hot take.
hot take on the Storm not making the 8. Albeit in his defense, he did mention if they have 7 or 8 injuries.
Yeah.
But yeah, they
That was a scare when Harry Grant got off.
It came off.
Like it was coming. It was like speaking to existence,
no.
Jerome. Eh?
But they look alright. But only they know what's coming through the system. And it was very un-Melbourne like to be go in so hard. For Lomax, but I can see why now they're they've got a few outside backs leaving, kickers as well.
Well, now they let it go.
Yeah, what?
They stepped away from it like Storms.
Well, they couldn't.
Oh,
Oh,
they couldn't.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
they couldn't. Yeah, no, it was. And like I said last week, and we can move on after this because I'm sick of talking about Zac Lomax.
Yeah,
but, they
let's go.
I'm glad that the Parramatta Eels dug their heels in because I feel like it was a stance against managers, like I mentioned last week.
Yeah.
But Yeah, well, that's hopefully done and dusted, unless we hear Nick tomorrow that he's pulled out of his Super Rugby contract already.
Yep.
But we're just going to go through our round one review. We won't spend too much time on the Las Vegas round because we already touched on that last week with JC. But just quickly, Knights down the Cowboys 28-18, and the Bulldogs got it over the Dragons in the first Golden Point match of the year, 15-14. Just some quick thoughts on what you thought of it, especially you guys, the Doggy supporters.
Oh, look, I feel like the Dragons were hard done by.
Yeah.
Especially the overtime.
Do you feel like they should have won? Based on their effort?
I think the Dragons should have won.
Yeah.
I believe any other game where a player has a loose carry like that.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, it's
Cherry Evans. Oh no, Cherry Evans. Cherry.
9 times out of 10 it will be a loose carry.
Well, there were some calls just in the weekend past that was very similar, like the similar situations, and they just carry straight away.
Yeah, exactly.
The NRL is like renowned for knee-jerk reactions when people complain.
Yeah.
It's bad. Like, how does then you just see the bunker makes a call, and then you hear the commentators just blow up.
Yeah.
And then you just see how can you see players that played the game for so long, such as Cooper Cronk or Billy Slater, just blow up about a call, and the bunker just getting it wrong completely. And like, who's right in that aspect? You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they I wouldn't be surprised if Stephen Crichton gets sin bin the next game.
Yeah.
Just because a lot of people were dirty about what happened when he set it too, it's just the way the NRL is,
He didn't go.
No, he got let off for that. But even though I heard Setu get interviewed in another podcast, and he was like, he got up, his jaw was hurting, he saw it was blurry. I don't know if his vision was blurry. I don't know if he should have disclosed that. Otherwise, it would have been 11-day stand down. But So that's it, done and dusted. A lot of promising, I think, things from the Dragons and even the Knights. But we'll go into some of the games last week. Again, Jerome tipped the Storm not to make the 8, and they came out with an emphatic win against the Parramatta Eels, 52-4 at Amy Park. So when everyone doubted, you know what? Like in defense to Jerome, there was a lot of people that agreed with his comments. Yeah, surprisingly.
Yeah,
I did too.
Yeah,
and then I stood firm for the first 5 minutes of that game, and then after the sin bin, I was like, yeah, wow.
Yeah, Melbourne keeping that streak alive. I think it's 22 years or 23 years now without winning round one. Bellamy hasn't lost a round one matchup.
Right.
Which is kind of crazy because, like, the Knights game, when they beat the Cowboys, that's actually the first round one match they've won in a few years, in contrast to the success of the Melbourne Storm. So what did you guys think about that game?
Just the sin bin.
Yeah.
Hopgood. That was a tough.
I think he was hard done by as well.
Yeah, well, I think he got a 2-week suspension from that.
1 week.
1 week. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it was a head clash, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, it was a head clash.
But like the way that McDonald went down, it was just like, can't really.
Yeah.
What are you supposed to do? You know what I mean?
They do say that they have that duty of care of how they go into a tackle.
There's also got to be mitigating circumstances, you know what I mean? Brought into consideration.
Yeah.
Because players move so quickly and they can drop their levels so quickly, you know what I mean? Obviously, that doesn't give excuse for high contact. Yeah. But there's so many moving parts. Like, you can't have your cake and eat it too. You want to speed the game up.
Yeah.
But then you've also got to realise these things are going to happen.
But then again, they scored first, Eels.
Yeah.
Get hard done by. It's just feel like the penalties, the discipline and fatigue, really got them in that game.
Yeah,
they just.
I think Melbourne was just too dominant. That forward pack they have, Stefano, man, I think this could be his year.
You reckon?
He was just way too dominant.
Yeah.
And then just create a space for Harry Grant to just scoot out. That's probably the best dummy half performance I've seen.
Of him?
Of
Yeah,
any
'cause I was-
dummy
really?
half, yeah.
I messaged the group chat. I was like, "Oh, Stefano should have got a try assist for that quick play the ball."
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
you said
yeah.
the back rower for Eels should get a try assist
Yeah.
because he turned his back to the defense line.
Well, man, he just was playing.
Yeah. Well, I think you got to give Para time to gel, because it's not only combinations in attack, it's defensive combinations too that need to work, and they got shown up. Like Brian Kelly got shown up.
Yeah.
Like and especially those positions. Center's
left
one of the
side.
center's one of the, if not the most difficult position to defend. And then you've got to have new combinations with your winger. You know, obviously Sean Russell, who I think is going to have a great year, who I believe his best position is centre.
He done well in the trials.
In the trials, yeah.
Out of place against the Storm, but this week he's
Yeah.
named at centre.
Yeah, so hopefully he does better for SuperCoach.
Yeah.
Those guys that are doing the SuperCoach. Yeah, but Melbourne, great start to the year. I think, again, gone to...
The young guns, eh?
oh, man.
Coming through.
There's something in the water down there. Like, you know, Bellamy is just a freak. I don't know why people doubted him.
Yeah.
But
You reckon it's just the spine?
it's not
Just let
just
him-
this. But if you see a lot of those centers and back rolls, they run good lines, man. They run great lines.
They're just well drilled, eh?
yeah, they're relentless. You know, once they put the foot on the throat, man, they're just like they don't let up. So yeah, the Storm looking good. Yeah, it was obviously a blowout, and it's interesting. Would that change of the rules that they would have brought in with the scorer, would that have changed momentum?
No.
I don't know if that would have changed momentum in that situation.
So we can safe to say Rome's banned on hot takes, eh? We'll get around the Storm.
It's still early. It is one round, but yeah, he may. I don't know. He might prove to be a genius if it does come to pass.
Come through, eh?
Warriors beat the Roosters. Probably an upset. 42-18. Over there, Go Medium Stadium in Auckland.
Yep. You know what the penalty count was?
Was it
11-4. Rooster to Warriors.
Yeah. And you know what? And I am all for lopsided penalty counts. I don't agree with evening it up. If a team is being ill disciplined, they deserve to be punished for it. I don't believe in square ups.
Yeah.
And and it does obviously help when you're the home team. The crowd's behind you. The crowd's, when there's a forward pass or knock on or something offside, they're always in. That can.
They did have more penalties, but Warriors did have more missed tackles. It was 47 to 32. Roosters. So missed tackles 47.
And the Roosters are always renowned for being slow starters. They're always every year they're slow starters. What are your thoughts on the Warriors?
It was good, eh? I was so surprised, especially the news of Cherry Evans. But man, I was telling Oxley that I don't like Cherry Evans at 6. I just find that he can't steer them around at 6. You see Sam Walker, he's grubbering it for himself twice.
He
on
looked,
tackle 1.
he looked uncomfortable, eh?
And just that right side, that edge, so many holes in it.
Yeah. Well, Robert Toy's back this
now
week.
Rob Toy's back.
Back this week.
You reckon that'll make a difference?
I think so.
Yeah, it'll make a
think so.
difference, but DCE has made a lot of wrong calls back in defense. He can get caught up on that lead runner a lot.
Yeah.
He's been doing that for years. He's been doing that for years.
In Origin, you can get away with sort of like Rob Toy on that right edge.
Yeah.
For Origin, he just locked down Latrell Mitchell.
Well, that was just for one man though. I feel what
Latrell
Tanner Boyd went in, and then who was it next? It was the second rower for the Warriors. Capewell went in. So one went in and one went out. It was 2 tries.
Yeah.
That was the best game I've seen Tanner Boyd play.
I think so as well.
Wow, yeah.
I think so as well.
Yeah.
I got him last year for SuperCoach because he
And
kicked and he didn't do well. But
Yeah.
man,
he's and you know what? Credit to him because there was big raps on him coming through the grades. He was an Australian schoolboy superstar.
Yeah.
he was playing with David Feeder and Payne Haas, and it didn't seem like he was going to kick on like there earlier on, but
especially having Fafita running off,
exactly
just feeding him that ball.
Yeah.
What would you do if you were half? You did the same thing.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah,
I would as well.
but then that was the most measured, and it made me a believer. Like he is capable because there were some games last year where he kind of caved under the pressure. I don't know if you remember that game against the Knights where Leka Halasima scored that.
Oh, that
last
winning try.
But they charged down one of Tanner Boyd's field goal attempt, and that was like the third or fourth attempt that
he just wasn't having that. It wasn't
yeah,
having that.
but that on last week, man, that's the best game I've seen him play, and he actually got offers to go back to the Titans, but he chose to stay with the Warriors. And it's going to be interesting because I think Metcalf is not back
Round
for
7.
Round 7,
Yep.
so he's got 6 weeks to prove himself.
That'll be interesting.
And it's going to be interesting to see, because him at his best, like he looks like more of a natural halfback.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tanner Boyd looks more of a natural halfback, and maybe Metcalf can come in at 5'8". But I was very impressed with how he steered the ship.
Yep.
Look good.
Warriors don't have a bye until round 10.
Round 10.
So
worth having him in your SuperCoach.
I'm just saying, or he can prove himself until then, or
yeah.
well, you reckon Metcalf will come off the bench?
Nah, Metcalf will probably start, but he could play 14, legitimate 14. With the 6-man bench, he'll be on the 6-man bench for sure.
You got to have him on your team, eh?
Oh yeah. Well,
after that,
it is round one. Yeah, you see how it goes.
Do you reckon Warriors play different when they're at home, around the crowd?
Oh yeah.
And you reckon DCE got shook up for real?
Yeah.
All those years being under Manly.
Well, I heard, who was I hearing? I think Phil Gore was commenting saying,
yes,
it was one thing for him to sign with the Roosters and train with the Roosters, but it would have really hit home as soon as he ran out in that number 6 jersey.
Right.
The pressure of it all, the expectation. You know? And who knows, man? Like, I don't know. Chad Townsend got, when he a couple of years at the Roosters and didn't end up so well. I don't know if they'll make a call like that.
Yeah.
I think what was most impressive about the Warriors as well is because the knock has been that they kind of dropped off once Metcalf got injured, but they played just as good without him, and I think that says a lot to. I rate Andrew Webster as a coach. I rate him as a coach and what he's doing over there. I believe that if they continue to have this success, he could possibly be the coach that takes them to premiership glory.
Yeah.
You know, one thing I think someone in that team that doesn't get recognised is Chanel.
Yeah.
He was around the ball.
Yeah.
2 tries.
Yeah.
And that was just purely just keeping up and being around the ball, those 2 tries that he set up. And there were two were off his kicks. So that's one thing to look at as well.
He's definitely one of the biggest hitting 5'8" in the competition, and he can put some shots on that guy. But
I reckon he doesn't get recognised as much because he's wearing the 6.
But it'll be interesting to see because 3, as they say, 3 can't go into 2 when Metcalf comes back. So it'll be interesting to see. Who knows, mate? He could even, if he puts on a bit of size, Tavita Harris, I could see him as a ball playing lock down the track. I could see him as a ball playing lock, but that's if he puts on size. Yeah. But promising signs for the Warriors, especially to do that without Metcalf
and Barnett.
And Barnett. Yes, that's a great point. Yeah,
and Leka off the bench.
I'm a big fan of that bench that the Warriors have.
Yeah.
He's like the Dylan Walker when Dylan was the X Factor.
Yeah.
Before he left to the Eels.
Yeah.
I reckon when Leka came on, he jumped for that high ball and scored that try. That's just like.
Well, I think they're starting to see the fruits of, because they've had success in New South Wales Cup, in the junior competition, whatever they play, like I think Flag. I'm not sure if they come over for Harry Matson, SG Ball, but they've always dominated the lower grades.
Right.
So if they just get that right in terms of filtering through the right juniors, not losing them to Australia, they can have success, I
think so.
Sustained success. And like I said, I rate Andrew Webster big time. He was actually 1 year older than me. He played ball. I was playing mat.
Oh, wow.
He's actually the next big thing coming through. I don't know what actually happened there, but he's a great player. He's a great coach as well. Raiders. Oh no, I'm jumping the gun here. Where am I?
Broncos, Panthers.
The next one was Broncos Panthers. 26-0 up there at Suncorp. I didn't see any
Sold out stadium.
Sold out stadium.
There was none of this. There was none of
sold
that.
out?
Have you seen that? Have you seen
Yeah, when they score,
There
yeah.
was none of that.
Sold out stadium.
There was none of that. Silenced the stadium, and I think a lot of people are surprised at how the Broncos have been because they were quite disappointed in the World Club Challenge. Albeit in their defence, they are flying to England. A lot of they had a lot of players that flew to England in the Ashes tour as well. So they've made that trip twice in the last couple of months. So we haven't had too much success in the World Club Challenge against the English Super League sides. And they came back and people bookmark this as the game of the round. And Penrith kind of flexed, man.
Yeah.
They flexed. Not only did they flex, it kind of showed, man, if they didn't start so poorly last year, they could have made a five.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So what did you think about that game?
Man, dominant display from Penrith. I think especially round one, you want to sort of assert your dominance.
Yeah.
Let the competition know when you're defending your title. I think it was just so disappointing from Brisbane.
Yeah.
Not even to put a point, but just the amount of talent they have in that squad, and
They play poorly though. Their competition rate was shocking.
Sold out crowd.
Like even their starting side, like they put Ezra Mann on the bench, like for Hunt.
Yeah.
Xavier Wilson got injured. He subbed on for us, I think, and then he came off 2 minutes on the bench and came back on for us.
What do you think it is? Do you think
With
it's
them?
You want to call Madge?
No.
I don't know, man. I know a lot of people are bagging Madge because of his, he's quite militant, but he want to comp.
Yeah.
Last year, he can't.
Bro,
Well, if you see the grand final, when as soon as Adam Reynolds and Ben Hunt were taken off,
Yeah.
they were scoring points.
Yeah.
I felt like Reece Walsh could steer the team.
Yeah.
And man, he's probably the best player when he's got hands on the
When
ball.
he's on fire,
Yeah.
I think his style is hard to sustain over a whole season because he's got a lot of mistakes. But again, if he gets the mistakes, I think he was just fortunate enough to like that was probably the craziest run in the finals last year.
Yeah, well,
They individual
won.
brilliant.
They won 14 games before the finals run.
Yeah.
So since round 14, they lost once, and that was against Penrith. But all the other games they won before the finals. So they had a crazy run towards the end. But I think it's just too early to tell. Like round one, they did look tired.
Yeah, but 26-0, it's fun.
Well, against Penrith, like at least it's not
crowd, round one.
Yeah.
Defending champs.
They should have had a better performance. At least compete, but 26-0 to be shut out, I think, is quite impressive from Penrith.
Yeah, 100%.
Point of view,
Yeah.
to shut out the.
It's like they had a little chip on their shoulder when they versed them when they got knocked
they
out
got
by
knocked
them.
out
You
by
know what I
them,
mean?
yeah.
So like they had a point. They also had a point to prove.
Yeah.
Man, Edwards had a.
Yeah, it looks
Okay.
like he's back at his best. He was. I feel like he was playing injured a lot last year.
Yep.
So
Same as To'o.
Yeah. So
And they have a gun back line. They got Casey McLean.
yeah, they've got some. They definitely made a statement because last year was a really poor start for them.
Yeah.
The start last year, I believe, cost them a legit chance, even though they were like one game off
Yeah.
the grand final. Like, I feel like that game might have been different at Suncorp last year if it was at Penrith.
Yeah, 100%.
Even though it's Combank. But they definitely, and it looks like they don't want to start that bad again this year. So they all look firing. Yeah, promising signs. Obviously, they're. I think it's maybe a 2-horse race right now, or maybe even 3. No, actually, I think Penrith and the Storm were clearly flex their muscles.
Yeah.
Well,
everyone will bang out Penrith, like saying that they have a tough run start of the season, and they just like that's how you shut people up. You just
Well, they've done it for 5 years now.
Yeah.
Like, just
Oh no, that would be up there, man. Definitely. Well, I wouldn't. I'm not saying definitely. It's only round one, and I've got some questions after this about round one form.
Yep.
But yeah, Sharks. Next game was Sharks 50 to Titans 10.
Well,
Trindle done. Trindle just. Oh man, my super coach. He saved
Trindle,
me. I
my
think.
man.
yeah.
Super coach.
You know, Sharks. A lot of people are. A lot of people. You know, I think the Sharks. It's going to take more than round one to shake off the pretenders tag, because they've kind of always showed promise during the year. They've always, always struggled against top 8 sides, especially top 4 sides. But it's a good way to start the year.
And they scored a try in the first minute. Like, jeez.
Yeah,
Like, you're playing NRL. I don't know. Like, you're not playing A grade.
yeah,
Even the first time they got the attack, they lost the ball because no one was at dummy half.
oh yeah,
Far out, boys. We're not playing A grade, eh?
yeah.
I wouldn't know anything, but what do I know?
Yeah.
I'm just sitting
Nah,
on a
that's
couch
still-
talking rubbish.
Especially, like for Titans to come out of that trials game, they were like firing up.
Yeah.
Coming from that trial game, then to come to Cronulla.
Yeah.
Well, I think
reality check.
the Titans and the Eels prove that you cannot look into the trials.
Yeah.
you know,
The
'cause
table was flipped over.
Oh,
eh?
man.
You reckon any players, especially Campbell, didn't played a part of? You reckon the result will be different?
Nah, not really. They were
feel like
just,
games
they were
are-
just-
Shake your heads.
They were
It's just their middles.
Yeah.
Like the games are, the forwards determine who wins the game,
yeah.
and the backs determine how much by.
Well, how long did Tino play for?
I don't know. He went terrible for Supercoach.
Yeah. But look, I'm not taking anything away. The Sharks played God. They looked okay. Who was the real halfback of that game? Trindle.
Trindle.
Yeah, Trindle. And I think that's going to be the key to their success.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is because Trindle, and Blake Brayley, your Molitano, like they all played coming through New South. They've won
Yeah.
competitions in
Yep,
New South
yep.
Wales Cup
Yeah.
together, and it looks like Brayley he's got the I guess he's been given the reins to be able to run it from the middle, similar to Cameron Smith and all the other elite hookers.
Yeah.
So a lot of the plays coming off him, and it seems like Trindle's the one that's kind of, even though he's got the number 6 on his back, it seems like he's playing more like a halfback.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for Josh Hannah. Eh?
I know.
New coach,
Yeah.
getting beat
Yeah.
pre-season. Like, apparently, I saw Sam Verrills doing a interview and says, "Oh, he's changing the culture, putting the names on the wall." I'm like, oh,
Yeah. They we see what like there was big raps on Josh Hannay
yeah,
into it.
yeah.
But again, like you got to give teams time to develop not only attacking combinations with defensive combinations, and they looked like they were at 6s and 7s many times. No pun intended, but
It was like Cronulla was like over it by the 50th minute or 60th
Yeah, it
minute.
was
Like,
like, oh, no.
they scored their 2 tries.
2-0.
Like, Titans scored their 2 tries, and like they were saying they just looked like they just didn't want to be there anymore. Like, it was like boring for them Sharks.
It's hard to beat Sharks at Cronulla.
it
Oh,
is.
man, it is.
That crowd probably relentless.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they, to be honest, it's one thing to like. I think it's one thing to, jump the gun early in terms of form, but just the way they play, cohesion. Fitzgibbon was kind of criticised that he didn't sign anyone new for this year, but when you see them play, I think he's more focused on combinations and fluency than he is on signing someone.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think he feels like they're missing a piece, and maybe I don't know. When I look at that side, probably not.
No, I feel
I
like
can't think. Maybe
everyone that
people-
didn't play a piece last year, such as Rainima,
Yeah,
or Brayley played a piece like last year coming up.
yeah,
Like, but we didn't really see him. It was more so like just Nico.
yeah,
For Sharks, like everyone just knew Nico. Like, they didn't really like pay attention to Trindle. But now you got other key factors such as Trindle, Rainima. They went down that right side more than the left.
yeah.
That was one thing that I've noticed, and I think Junior was saying that as well.
Yeah.
Because he's a massive Sharks fan. So like he saw that and he was like, "Oh, that was interesting." So
Well, it's promising, because and a lot of people bag the Sharks, but they've gone deep into the
Really?
finals. Like, yeah, a lot of people. I don't know. They just
They were always that one game away from the grand final, aren't
Yeah,
they?
last year
that happened against who they versus Storms,
yeah.
and then Trindle's. Oh, they were close, and then I think Trindle had a penalty. Like was holding on the ball too long, and
Yeah,
they kicked the goal, and they just won by 2 points.
So this might be the year for the Sharks.
Round one.
Round one, exactly. Next game, Raiders 29 beat Manly in Golden Point 28. Manly got off to a 14-0 head start. I think the Raiders didn't touch the ball for the first 11 minutes or something with all the set restarts.
Yeah.
So they were 14-0 down, and then Raiders came back,
Yeah.
and then to 28-14, and then
Strange.
mate kicked that field goal. Eh?
Oh, man.
Oh no, Strange didn't make. He got palmed off. You see me?
No, he turned it around like he turned it around. Ethan Strange.
Ethan Strange.
Yeah.
Well, they got the two Ethan Strange, Ethan Sanders there.
Call him Sando and
Sando and Strangey. Yeah, it's man, I've always felt this about Manly. They're either good at like getting out to a big lead or chasing down a big lead, like when they have momentum, but they struggle with the grind. You know, they struggle with the just like back and forth.
I felt like it was anyone's game, to be honest. Conditions.
Yeah. I got to give it to Canberra, man. They were under the pump in the first 11 minutes defensively, and to come back and do what they done, and again, a lot of people had question marks on how they were going to handle life after Fogarty, but Ethan Sanders stepped up with that field goal.
Iceman.
Yeah, and I it looked like they didn't respect Sanders because they didn't put pressure on him.
Yeah, that's what I wrote here.
Yeah. What did you think of that?
I thought the same thing as well.
Yeah.
So I only just watched the highlights. But that field goal was so ordinary.
Well, like the only one that was chasing was Jake Trbojevic, but I feel like they just didn't respect them. They're like, even Noah Martin, like they were like, oh, yeah, these boys are just coming through first time playing NRL, like really with a solid team. I feel like they just didn't really like give them the respect that they deserve, and when you don't give teams respect, they put points on. You know what I mean? So, but watching back from the replay, only Jake Trbojevic was the only one that was chasing.
Right.
Didn't give that kick pressure. So
maybe they thought Ethan Stranger was going to go for the field goal because everyone expected him to go for it because he's the senior player out of the two. But I think it seems like Ethan Sanders is the natural half of that team, and he actually, he played good, scored a good try, ran that team, didn't do too much.
No,
it was actually like a perfect halfback performance where he just distribute, chose his run, didn't try too much, got his defense right, hit that field goal pretty sweetly, man.
Yeah, he was in shock. Did you see his face after he got it? Like he was just like all the boys were just like on top of him, and he was like couldn't believe it. Even after, it was like he just saw a ghost. But even in the interview after full game interview, he was just like still in shock when they were commentating on it.
And I was actually quite impressed with his interview because he was quite humble and gave Fogarty, his flowers, as they say. And gave him a lot of props, and they seem like they got their head screwed on. Those two boys.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, kind of promising. Again, like the Manly, man, they got so. You ask Elijah. Elijah was watching it with me, and obviously I got Trbojevic in my SuperCoach, and I'm like, not just give it to Trbojevic, but use him, in the back of shape. He doesn't have to make the break, but he can set up. Like he makes. I've never seen a player that makes hard things look easy.
Yep.
The way he does, and they could have. There were many opportunities. There was one opportunity. Luke Brooks. I don't know why they didn't go after Simisangi in defense more.
More, yeah.
Because there were a few opportunities where
that's where they scored the first try.
Yeah, and there was more opportunities after that where Trbojevic was coming off the back of shape, and Ben Trebojevic was running the lead runner, and Luke Brooks done one of those like trying to look at the back and we'll go short, and then he knock it on. But then like Simisanga was jamming. I was just like, if he just went out the back to Tom, it was a 2-on-1. So like. I don't know about Luke Brooks either, but I don't want to be too critical,
You reckon something's going on at Manly?
No, I just think. Oh well, Seabold is definitely on the. He's on the chopping block. But they got some young halves. I know there's big raps on Joey Walsh, but I actually like that Onitonu Large. I don't know if you saw him in the trials. Is like Tongan, I think.
Who's this?
Onitonu Large. He's like 18, bro.
True.
And
there was a young kid for the Raiders that was killing it in the trial.
Yeah.
Oh, was it?
That scored that try
from
in the middle.
Yeah. I thought he was gonna start.
Yeah. But so it's hopefully we'll see some success over there with Manly. But
we got the Knights this week at home.
Who does?
Manly.
Oh, Manly. Knights look good as well. And you know what? A lot of people, when we had done our top 8 predictions, they had the Raiders not making the 8, but they've got some talent coming through, man. So got some talent coming through. Next game, Rabbitohs, the last game of the round. Rabbitohs 40.
You'll love this one.
High scoring match. I don't think anyone would have thought it would have been 70 combined points in that game, but yeah, as a Bunny supporter, it was great to see them. No major injuries come out of the game after last year. What did you guys think about that game?
I liked it. I like Latrell Mitchell in centre.
Yeah.
And Jai Gray. Because, man, it's... For the size he is and the talent he has...
Who's that? Latrell?
Jai Gray.
Oh, Jai Gray.
It's hard to keep him out of your squad, eh?
Oh, yeah.
It's just the work ethic that he has. And Latrell is just a natural centre. But, yeah, Dolphins did give up, though. They put up a fight.
Yeah, well, Dolphins, they can... When they build momentum, they can just score points, eh?
Yeah, well...
They're almost like similar teams.
Yeah,
in terms of like they got strike power all over the park. It was just Souths won the arm wrestle at the end of the day.
Yeah, strike power. Let's talk about Cody Walker. What about his disallowed try?
I know.
Wow.
He made that look. It was like
he was just like
it's like. He was playing like with the kids in the backyard.
Yeah.
It was like he's playing with the kids.
You don't see it very often, eh?
Nah, man, he made that look easy. Yeah, he was just by blade of grass.
Disappointed it was disallowed because I got him on my SuperCoach.
Did you? Oh, he still scored good. He still scored
401. Oh, sorry, 104. Sorry,
104.
Did he? Oh, true.
Yeah. But it looks good. It's only going to get better with South with David Walker on that left edge as well.
Did he try assist?
Yeah,
to Latrell?
No, to Johnston. He did try assist. Technically, he did to Latrell, but that was after Dolphins knocked it on and Cody gave you the feed and he just passed that to Latrell.
Oh, he did a try assist when he threw that interception pass to Jake Gabriella.
Who's that?
Cody Walker.
Yeah.
But just promising as a South Sydney supporter. It's just really good to see them. You know, good to see Cam Murray back on the field.
Oh yeah.
Not only for South, but for the Blues. We missed him for the Blues last year.
Well, he helped out with that. It was kind of in the mix when Latrell got over.
Yeah. With that spin move.
Yeah. That was like a classic.
I actually asked Tim earlier. I was like, "Have you guys been practicing spin moves?" Because he done it and Fafita done it. When he set up Johnston when he made the break. And I've always felt that hidden spin, it's like a move we don't utilize in the NFL. True. You see it in the NFL all the time. And you see like what it does. And I'm like, how come we don't we don't practice that more?
You know, I realised you done it in the Pac championships when Casey McLean, Dylan Brown gave him Casey McLean done the spin move.
They done the spin move. I don't know if they actually. I don't think they train. I think they just naturally do it.
Yeah.
But they should train that.
Yeah.
They should train that move because it's so like underutilized. I've always thought that was one thing that we could benefit from in the NRL, but we never actually capitalized on.
How about Keon? 200 meters.
Yeah.
In the first half. Yeah.
He actually looked like he's accepted playing in the front row because he's beefed up.
Yeah.
He's like he looks like his body shape is he's like he's trained to play in the front row.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, wasn't there a time, I think 2 years ago, where he started lock and he stayed in that position, and Cam Murray, which was a New South Wales lock, was playing second rower?
Yeah.
I think, he's just...
Yeah,
should
well,
play for Tonga.
it doesn't seem like he's naturally put on the weight. You know how some people like, who's it? Luke Lewis starts off on the wing, ends up in the back. Players just naturally put on weight.
Yeah.
I feel like if he wanted to, and if he, I could be wrong. I can't speak for him, so I don't know what his training regime is. But it almost feels like he's actually trained his body to play in the front row.
Yeah.
Whereas, like if he wanted to go back in the back row, he could slim down again.
True.
Yeah,
I don't think it's as natural. Like he just naturally. I think he's done that on purpose.
It's like, especially running off kickoff and...
Oh yeah. But he's great. He's great, and he's very good at running between defenders, poking his nose in, and staying on his feet. Doesn't get put on the ground very often.
Yeah.
Or if he does, not on his back.
Yeah. It was good to see Campbell Graham.
Yeah.
Oh man, when he scored that first try, man, you can just tell like how happy all the team were getting around him. And
Well, a lot of people were talking about that left edge, but
that
he's
right
sleeping
edge.
on the right.
Yeah.
He's sleeping on the right edge.
Jack Wyden. Defensively, Jack Wyden.
Yeah, that's another thing.
I rate him so much. Same as Dane Gagai. How safe they are.
Yeah.
Good call.
But yeah, man, that right edge.
There's word that Gagai wants to go another year, so I don't know if...
I think he can,
Yeah, I don't know if Knights
He
are...
said
offering him another year,
he
but
said he
can play.
doesn't want to come back to Sydney. Can't deal with the traffic. In an interview,
In
Can't deal with the
Newcastle.
traffic in Newcastle?
No, in South.
South,
Yeah, Newcastle. There's no traffic.
Yeah, I thought it was
Stop signs. I don't think.
Riding horses there.
I thought he was complaining about the traffic in Newcastle. If that's terrible, then he has to sign with I don't know.
Yeah. No, it was good to see Campbell Graham come back from how many days away from the game.
And you know what? Like I like about him playing in the wing. He's strong carries out of yardage. Strong carries, man, out of yardage. You know,
He's good under the high ball.
he's slow. He's slow for a winger, but he's
Coming out of your 20, you want someone like him.
He makes it up in other.
Right.
He's good under the high bomb, but he makes it up. Yeah, so it's good to see him finally have success. I was disappointed that Ashton Ward is.
He does. I was watching the highlights. He does look like Luke
Keary, yeah. I like him.
But he can defend.
Yeah.
But he can defend.
Yeah, I like him. It's a shame because I actually think that he was the future half this year. I think, I don't think Jamie Humphries was just going to walk back into that 7 jersey.
Yeah.
How long is Jamie Humphries out?
1 more week. He was suspended for 2 weeks.
Oh, okay.
But it was, unfortunate for Ashton Ward, but good signs for South Sydney. Hopefully, we don't have a horrible injury run like last year. Last year was shocking. Any team would miss out in the 8 if they had that many injuries.
Yeah.
Cool. That's our insight into round 1. Just wanted to kind of touch base with this. We are on the verge of witnessing history.
Oh, yes.
With Alex Johnston about to break the all-time try-scoring record, and it's just, this is a 53-year-old record, and not only is it going to be great to witness him break the record, but to also see him do it in the red and green for South Sydney. Considering that in 2019 there was a possibility that South weren't going to re-sign him, but I think a lot of the fans kind of pushed back on that. They did, and from what I heard in 2019, he hadn't even cracked 100 tries yet.
True.
So for him to not only re-sign, spend the next 7 years with the Bunnies, but to be on the verge of breaking this record. What are your thoughts on Alex Johnston? Because he's not really, when people think, who are your top wingers? No, top 5 wingers. Even if he's named top 10 wingers, Alex Johnston may not make that list for many people, but you got to give him credit for this record.
Kind of reminds me of Nathan Merrin.
Oh, Nathan
Merrin, yeah. Everyone slept on him for quite a while. Didn't make any Blues side.
Yeah.
For at all, I don't think.
He made once. But he was way
after how many?
Prime,
I remember. Yeah.
And he got targeted.
I actually remember that.
Yeah.
Doesn't remind me of him, eh?
Well, I played a lot of junior footy with Nathan. Like, we won a comp together at Alexandria Rovers. Yeah, he was
Wow.
always a gun growing up.
Yeah.
He got signed with the Sharks only when South got kicked out of the comp. And I kind of feel for Nath because he actually got dropped in 2014 for Johnston. And then they won the grand final. So I actually felt sorry for him because he was with South like in the dark days.
Yeah. True.
Yeah.
Like, I think he's the only person. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section, but he's probably the only player that got the leading try scorer in a team that came last. They came last, like 2 years Like, he got leading try scorer like 2 out of the 2 years that he got it. They came last, which means he could find the line, you know. And I think like he was a better kind of individual brilliance, merit,
Yeah.
but Alex Johnston just knows how to find
Find
try
a try
line.
line.
Yeah. And it'll be interesting against Roosters. Because last year, he played the Roosters and they were saying he was going to break the record. And then he was up against Marky Mark. And then Mark had a outstanding
Not on
game.
my,
And then he said maybe next year. And then they came out with that Instagram reel with the owner. And someone changed the Roosters background to... the South's background to the Roosters. And they said, I'm the owner. So, it'll be interesting against the Roosters.
Yeah, just I don't know. He just doesn't. I think he's played one test for Australia. Has never played Origin.
Sure.
Played a bunch of tests for PNG, but to be able to, have a chance to break this record, when you look at it, like even that try he scored on the weekend when Fafita
Passed it to him.
Yeah, but like Latrell was there, he was there, but he just can anticipate a break.
Yeah.
And he's just there, He doesn't try to come in. When he supports, he'll just stay on his wing. He's running the perfect line, headed to the try line, and you just put it on his chest. And he's out of all his tries, man, I don't think I can remember one try where he's beaten 5 defenders. You know what I mean? And beaten, stepped up all these guys and chip and chase. He's just intercept, find an intercept. He's just been able to be there and support.
So just a safe winger.
Safe winger, just does the job.
Yeah.
Defensively, he's never really...
So
he's never leaked many. He's never been a liability in defense. Maybe under the high
or a
bomb.
target.
He's never... You could maybe... But they don't target him under the high bomb. Really. As much as that you probably think they would.
how many tries is it like to beat
He
it?
needs 2.
He
But overall?
one to equal the record.
What's the record?
212.
Okay.
And 1 to beat it. So he's on the verge of beating it. And hopefully...
Do you reckon it should have been 1 with Latrell passed that ball?
No. Well, when I heard some people say, if you're going to beat the record, you don't want to beat it like that.
No.
Yeah.
You want it like a legit try. And he'll get it. If he doesn't get it against the Roosters, he'll eventually get it. Oh, what do you think about... I don't know if you heard about all the uproar about fans not running on the field.
Oh, yeah.
What do you think about that?
I reckon fans should run on the field.
Yeah.
Yeah?
And what's that guy that kicked
Buddy
AFL?
Buddy Franklin, yeah.
When he kicked that goal and then they allowed everyone to run on the field.
After the game?
Yeah.
No,
I think...
at the moment.
yeah.
When he kicked it.
Really?
They all
Yeah.
ran, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't think
When's the next time someone's going to beat that record?
Oh, man.
In saying that, the way the game is, I don't... This record's going to be a 53-year-old record. I don't think it's going to take 53 years to beat this record. There will be Alex Johnston's record. I think there's players coming up, and
who's the one that's next in line that's young, that's close to it?
the next one that is young. I think Alex Johnston is 31. Latrell, who's like 28, 29. He could possibly.
How many tries does he
I
have?
don't know. I think he's like 140 or something.
40.
Something like that. Stat man. But I'm not too sure who would be the next one. But because Daniel Tupou, he's up there, but he's older. He's older. He's 34.
Oh, okay.
Addo Carr could probably catch him, but he's like same age.
Yeah, he's 1 year older.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Yeah, it's just congratulations to AJ. I know you're a big fan of the show, but it's going to be great. I know they're putting extra security out there, regardless of what happens. It's just an amazing, they give I think the leading try scorer, they give them the Kern Irvine medal.
Yeah, nice.
So they're gonna have to rename that to the Alex Johnston medal, which is
That's pretty special. Well, Josh Adokar, he's got 74 tries.
74.
Yep.
No.
Oh, well, that's what I got here.
Nah, he scored 100.
Wikipedia.
It'll be over 100 and something.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I don't know. Sorry, 158.
158. Yeah, so he would have been like 2-3 years. Maybe he would have. Catch it. I think a lot of people will definitely kind of be up there with Menzies and Slater. Tupo's already.
Tupo's 183.
Okay, so he's already taken over Menzies. I'm pretty sure he's got about 180. So a lot of players will be up there. I think the whole top 5 was gonna shift. So congratulations, Alex Johnston. Been super consistent over the years. Nothing flashy, but he's just there. Just finishes up.
Always there.
Does what you're supposed to do. It's always been criticised about coming out of yardage. Hasn't got the strongest carries. But he more than makes up for it with his try scoring ability.
Does he drop a lot of bombs out of yardage?
Not really.
Yeah.
Not really. He's pretty safe. But then again, I don't feel like he's pressured as much as he probably should be. But I'm not going to give away any secrets because I know every other NRL
because then the Roosters are going to be watching this.
All right. Maybe just some before we finish, man. Some kind of some thoughts. Do you think Storm are already premiership favourite?
I don't know. I don't think so. I'm going to say.
Yeah.
I'm
probably
towards more Penrith.
Top 8. I reckon top 8 for sure now.
Yeah.
Like after what they've shown. But yeah, I reckon Penrith. Yeah, Penrith are looking.
Yeah. Top 4 at least?
I think so.
Who?
Storm.
Yeah.
The thing about the Storm is they've always been kind of criticised as, that they don't have another gear. They always start off in 6th gear and just stay there, maintain that. Whereas other teams tend to build into their season. But, it's going to be hard to, I think a lot of people question their depth this year, but after that game against Para...
I'm really looking forward to this week's against the Dragons at Wynn Stadium.
Yeah.
I reckon that's because Dragons got something to play for. And then Storm's going to come out firing as well. So, Atkinson, man. He played, he played well.
He'll get better. I actually saw a lot of problem. He's got a great long kicking game, which is what the Dragons needed. They need that.
They didn't have Kyle Flanagan, didn't?
Not a long one.
Oh, okay.
He's got a massive boot, bro.
I saw that in the
and that can get you out of trouble a lot, And it did get I feel like against the Bulldogs, that's what helped them stay in the game. Because even after some good defensive sets from the Bulldogs, he was able to keep them out of trouble.
Yeah.
Which makes a massive difference. What do you reckon? Warriors a genuine top 4?
Top 4,
this year?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
They have the strike and they have the middles. I just like their bench players. Like Stowers, Halasima. And, what's that?
Valmanga.
Valmanga. They come in and they...
Yeah,
man, they're just young ones though.
Yeah.
Young.
And they could start as well in that side.
100%.
What do you think Halasima's... what do you think his actual position is? 'Cause I feel like he can play anywhere.
Centre. He's played second row. Has he played front row?
I can say anywhere, eh?
Yeah.
14.
Anywhere.
14?
I think I would put him there.
He can play centre, you said?
Yeah,
he's played centre
on the trials.
Is round 1 misleading?
Yeah, I reckon.
I think so.
Well,
unless the team reaches 50 points, they concede 50 points, then I don't know. It's hard to come back from
that curse. They reckon it's a curse. If you lose by 50, you can't.
Well, no teams won or made grand final.
Oh, well, actually, when Souths lost to Penrith in 2021, we lost by 50 to Penrith.
True.
Year. So if we had won, they would have been like, no team has lost by 60.
53.
Wow. So we nearly got there.
Yeah.
But we got done. After round 1, which coach is most under pressure? I touched on it last week with JC, but just up. Now we've got a full round gone. Cowboys.
Well, if the Roosters have another 2 bad games,
You reckon Trent Robinson?
no, I don't reckon Trent Robinson, but they'll be firing at someone.
Yeah,
It could be Robinson potentially. I would say potentially.
I'd say Todd Payton.
Payton.
Yeah,
Like
Payton.
every year, they at least have 6 players that's playing
They
Origin.
promise so much, eh?
Yeah, they have 6
Cowboys.
players that's in the Origin team, and they just can't. They don't show up.
Yeah.
Never in. I don't know when was the last time they made the 8.
Well, they did versus Knights, but Knights, like the way that Knights played, they just. Well, Trey Mooney was offloading a lot, so I feel like that's their game, having a faster spine and reactive as well. That was something that really changed their style of play.
Nice.
Yeah.
Last thing, SuperCoach.
Oh,
All right, I ask you guys, who would you? I know they do buy, sell, hold,
Yeah.
but who would you start, bench, and cut? So, one thing that's as frustrating as having a player, like a gun player that doesn't score, is having another player that's non-scoring kill it.
Yeah.
yeah.
You know. So who didn't you have scoring this week that killed it that you're thinking about starting?
I didn't have Leo.
Moses Leo.
Mo- you had him, Leo?
I had Leo, but I didn't. I picked up Sean Russell.
Yeah.
He scored well though.
He did, but I traded him for Latrell.
Nah. Latrell scored well.
good too.
Yeah, so I traded someone cheaper, and I was just put up Moses Leo.
Okay, so if you were going to start Leo, who would you start him over?
Well, Karaz is out, so
Okay,
Because the
that's
dogs-
an easy decision.
it's
for
easy.
you.
Yeah, it's easy.
Mine would be Dallin Martinez and Lesniak.
You had him non-scoring?
I had him scoring,
Oh yeah, you did, eh?
and I
he
had
didn't score.
Leo like non-scoring, and I don't know. I think was it Ali Leotor?
Yeah.
I think he hates him, eh? Just doesn't pass the ball.
Yeah, he does.
So that would be the one they'll switch. I don't know about Moses Leo putting him in this week because he's up against Val Holmes, better defender than who was in the para team.
Yeah.
But then Tino, I bought him last minute.
He scored 34, didn't he?
Yeah, 44,
44.
Yeah, he's not doing it.
and for the price he is.
For the price he is. So what, you're gonna?
I got him because he's dual.
Yeah.
That's the only
Trey
reason why I
Mooney's
got him.
dual.
Same.
Is he?
Yeah.
Is he?
Trey Mooney,
True.
Jesse, Hamish is not. Hamish Stewart.
Yeah, he should be. Oh no, actually,
He's
he
a
doesn't
lot.
play in the front row.
But I'll trade him for Ryan Couchman.
Okay, so
because he's a dual as well. Yeah.
so you will bench.
I'll cut. Oh,
Who will you bench?
I'd bench
You want
Tino.
to keep him? Or bench Tino.
Yeah.
Wow, with the money he's on. Okay. I would say a player that probably frustrated me is Helam Luki. But that was an accident because I done optimize and I didn't change it. in time.
But you realised too late.
I realised after
hate
the
when
game
that
had already
happens.
started. So
There was a time last year where I was supposed to captain somebody, and I was doing something, and I missed out 2 minutes later, and they killed it. That's the
so
worst
Helam
feeling.
Luki, you'll be jumping back on the side and so who would I bench? Who didn't do that well that I didn't bench? That I will bench. Probably Kinney. Kinney.
He didn't score bad. He scored 52
Yeah.
after 50
Yeah,
50
true,
points.
true.
Wait, you would-
Maybe I've
you would
been
start
And
slow.
at Sharks as well. He wouldn't
What's
start him.
that? I wouldn't start him. I wouldn't put him in
True.
there. Yeah, I just maybe let him
Yeah, I reckon he
build.
scored well.
Yeah.
50, over 50 points.
I had him as non-scoring because I was like, after watching the World Cup play for New Zealand,
Oh,
yeah.
I was
Cup,
like,
yeah.
that was the first
You
buy.
said that and White as well.
Yeah. They two were the first buys, and
How did White go?
he scored. It was hard to play against Warriors. 53.
Oh, no, for what,
53,
yeah.
yeah.
So
Well, that's
who are you gonna? Yeah.
That's another thing. Canberra's playing
Waz.
the Waz at the Warriors' home ground, and everyone's saying, the hot. This is on supercoach.com. The hot trade is Noah Martin.
Oh yeah.
Oh, do you pay for the
Yeah, I paid
premium?
for it, yeah.
Oh,
I just watched.
did you win this week?
Yeah, I did.
Pay
So
to
who are you
win.
gonna bench though? But you're gonna keep, but you're not gonna score.
Yeah. I feel a bit. I'm versing your son this week, so
Okay.
I don't want to. I can't drink water.
Yeah.
I can't drink water. I got pongain. Yeah,
Who? Ponga?
pongain.
Who you
Yeah.
cutting this week?
Gutherson.
You got Gutho.
Yeah, I don't know. I tried to do the
Wow.
loop,
Oh yeah.
and he only scored 40.
I'm actually gonna
So-
cut Tino
Oh, yeah?
Really?
for,
I might-
for Martin.
Oh, you don't want to. He's
Nah.
cheaper. You can get anyone else.
No,
That's what I wanna
it's
do.
How much
Money.
It's how much he's
It's
worth.
all about the money, eh?
Yeah.
Zac
I want to
Lomax.
cut Tino.
And he's not like Payne Haas where he's
And
scoring
Gutho.
like 90 a game.
Yeah. It's like
He's
hit
not
and miss, isn't he?
Is he?
Yeah.
I thought that was Tupney.
Yes, I'd cut Tino and Gutho because they're both 600,
Yeah.
and then I'll get Ryan Couchman, which is half the price of his brother.
Yeah.
He's like still a cheapie, and he scores 70, and I'll get Saw
Well, I'll be
Falun.
dropping
Oh, yeah.
Ward too because he's out for a bit. So
Okay.
I'll probably pick up Sanders.
Yeah.
So yeah, that'll
We'll
be
see.
interesting. We'll see how we go.
We'll see how
Did
we
you win
go.
your first round head to head?
No, I didn't.
Who'd you
Oh,
play?
don't bring this up.
Who'd you play?
I had Jonah.
Oh, he killed it. Then.
Oh my.
I don't know. That's why I don't like Supercoach. Like Nico Hines scored 2 points less than Trindle, and Trindle had 4 try assists, 40-20, 2 tries.
Yeah, how does that work?
Like,
He always scores. He always scores.
like 150.
I
don't understand how-
I had him last year, and like he done the same with the old scoring system, but he just doesn't score well in Supercoach. He just doesn't.
I
Like,
think that he's gonna step
And
up.
no,
I think he'll be the genuine halfback for that team.
I don't understand how Nico Hines. He's like the
Scored
golden boy. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Like,
I thought switching over to the NRL stats would have fixed
so
all
much
this
better.
up. But,
Well, it did.
maybe I
like,
should pay for the premium, eh? Is that what you guys
Well,
do?
if you want to win, mate,
Okay.
you gotta pay
it's
to win. I
it's
guess
only what $20, is it? 30
for the year.
For the year, 25.
20,
yeah.
20 bucks for the year.
It's worth it. It's worth it. But thanks, boys, for jumping on the pods. Hopefully, you guys had a good time having a good chat. Thank you for all the research that you guys. Sorry if we didn't get around to all the
Oh, no,
all the info.
That's all right.
Something
You
to
know.
look at.
But yeah, appreciate that and good luck this week.
Thanks
And,
for having us.
Thanks for having us, Sam.
No. There'll be regulars on the pods, and I hope you guys enjoy that episode. Stay blessed.